The device, when placed over the umbilicus, just needs to be centered. It does not matter which side the device is placed on. For ease of placement, having the strap on the side of the provider is much easier. To place the device, you slide the strap under the hollow of the back of the patient, bringing it through, keeping the device placed over the umbilicus. The device strap is then placed into the device, and the red on the ladder strap goes to the red on the device. It's very important to remember that. Slack is then taken out and pulled up on the device. Further tightening is completed by tightening the ratchet. The device is now ready to be inflated. Make sure the thumb screw is in the off position and begin inflating. Inflation continues until the green mark shows on the pressure gauge. Note that if inflation occurs beyond the green mark, the device will automatically bleed off and supply the correct pressure back to green. The device is now correctly in position and all blood flow to the lower extremities is occluded. Duration of placement in this position is up to 60 minutes.
Bleeding will resume when the device is removed. Ensure that the surgery or ER team is ready with a plan to stabilize the patient. Secure the device around the torso. Connect the ladder strap until red meets red. Position the device over the target area. Tighten the belt and remove all slack. Use the ratcheting buckle to complete the tightening process. Finally, inflate the bladder until the green indicator shows.
The next placement we're going to discuss is the junctional axillary placement of the AAJT-S. If this casualty has an injury to the axillary artery or subclavian on the right-hand side, I'll place the device high in the axilla on this side with the strap running around the left arm. To initially place the device, it's done in the same way as for the abdominal placement. Around the abdomen, and the device is then placed high up in the patient's axilla. The strap on the opposite side must go outside of the arm and be resting high up on the shoulder, creating a pull in a diagonal direction across the chest. The ladder strap is placed in the same fashion, red to red, and the device is rotated into position high up into the axilla. Slack is then removed and the ratchet is tightened. When the device is high in the axilla, coming across the chest, the bladder is inflated. Again, the device is inflated until the green line shows, which is approximately 250 millimeters of pressure. This wedge-shaped bladder is now compressing up against the inferior aspect of the axillary artery and the subclavian artery, causing occlusion of the axillary and subclavian artery. Hemorrhage in the area should be occluded at this point, and there should no longer be a pulse present.
Bleeding will resume when the device is removed. Ensure that the surgery or ER team is ready with a plan to stabilize the patient. Secure the device around the torso. Connect the ladder strap until red meets red. Position the device over the target area. Tighten the belt and remove all slack. Use the ratcheting buckle to complete the tightening process. Finally, inflate the bladder until the green indicator shows.
The next demonstration will be the placement of the AAJT-S in the groin or junctional placement. The device will be placed over the area of hemorrhage along the inguinal ligament on either side. This creates unilateral hemorrhage control. Initial placement is very similar to the abdominal placement. Ladder strap is placed under the casualty. However, the device is moved inferiorly and to the side of the hemorrhage. The strap is then placed in the same fashion with red to red. Slack is then taken out of the system, and the device is further tightened by ratcheting tightly. Again, it's very important that the device be very tight before inflation occurs. At this point, make sure the thumb screw is closed and inflate the device in the groin location. Here's a fully inflated device in the groin position. Note that the wedge-shaped bladder covers a very large area, so you don't have to have exact placement over the area of hemorrhage because it causes very, very diffuse, even pressure across the groin, creating good hemostasis. Removal from the groin position is the same as the abdominal. Slowly release the pressure over 3 to 5 minutes ideally. Once the pressure is removed, simply lift up on the tab to remove the ladder strap and remove the device.
Bleeding will resume when the device is removed. Ensure that the surgery or ER team is ready with a plan to stabilize the patient. Secure the device around the torso. Connect the ladder strap until red meets red. Position the device over the target area. Tighten the belt and remove all slack. Use the ratcheting buckle to complete the tightening process. Finally, inflate the bladder until the green indicator shows.
The next demonstration will be the use of the AAJT-S for pelvic stabilization. The device is initially placed, again, in the same way as for abdominal placement. It is then shifted inferiorly to the same location as you would use for junctional placement. However, the device is centrally located on the casualty across the pelvis. Again, red to red. Remove slack from the device. Ratchet to tighten. For this indication, The device is simply tightened and the pelvic ring is stabilized and the bladder is not inflated. Removal from the pelvic stabilization location is simply done by lifting up on the tab and removing the device.
Bleeding will resume when the device is removed. Ensure that the surgery or ER team is ready with a plan to stabilize the patient. Secure the device around the torso. Connect the ladder strap until red meets red. Position the device over the target area. Tighten the belt and remove all slack. Use the ratcheting buckle to complete the tightening process. For more information, visit compressionworks.com.